Make some noise for Downonfifth one time. Make some noise for Juicebox Collective. Now, please make some noise for yourselves because you guys got out the house, put gas in the whip, put an outfit on, and you made it here, so make some noise for yourself. Yes, I like that. My name is SIRIL Beil. I'm your host for this evening. We have some really, really cool panelists to speak to and learn about and to hear their stories, so let's get right into it. The first guest of the evening is Blake Wisner. So, Blake, where you at? I need you to come to the stage. Y'all can do better than that. Make some noise for my man, Blake.
Is this it? Check, check. Hello? Is this it? Oh,
That's it.
Boom. What's up? What's poppin'?
What's going on, man? How you doing this evening?
I'm chilling. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, despite everything.
This whole vibe in here, it's like, it feels very green, like I'm in a green room.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you know, they make it like that. Shout out to Cuddle Thought.
Hell yes. Hell
You
yes.
know. So, Blake, man, for anyone who doesn't know you and not familiar with the things that you do and have been doing in town, give them a little bit of your background.
Okay. Well, I'm Blake. I sing and songwrite. I produce music. I throw some events out here. We have a company that throws a show every single last Friday of the month called Last Friday. Got a couple of homies out here. Have been there before. A couple of you guys. But yeah. And so that's my vibe. Yeah.
Nice. How long you been making music?
Making music, I've been playing piano since like 3, but like creating and actually putting songs and stuff together, I would say about like 10, 12 years, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Now, what would you say? Because a lot of artists, you know, people who create music and they're trying to get into it, they think it's instant success. You know what I'm saying? You put a song out, it goes crazy. And you say you've been at it about 10 years now. So what would you tell someone who wants to, you know, have that immediate success and be an overnight hit?
If they want to be an overnight hit success, what they have to do?
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you want to go the quick route, you got to go to like TikTok and Instagram Reels, and you just got to blast content, and you have to be creative. Yeah. I'm also trying to get on that wave a little bit too. I feel like it's a little bit of everything because you can go network and go to different things that people are throwing, like Tuesday Blend or like the Green Room or Last Friday and stuff. And there's events around town that you can go to or wherever. I'm not sure. Is this a local broadcast? This is like a whole entire.
This is worldwide.
Worldwide.
It's worldwide.
Well, go find out like the dopest open mics around. See where everybody's hanging out. That's an awesome spot to get inspiration and stuff. But I would say on like a next level, trying to grow, you gotta post content. You have to post content, TikTok, Instagram Reels and stuff that you could get. Even if you only get 300 new viewers on TikTok, say you just get 300 views, you're like, it's not that many. But TikTok, the algorithm is different. So than Instagram, it like sends your stuff to random new people. And so, yeah, just getting your stuff in front of new audiences and stuff, it's super important.
So basically, you're saying you got to do the groundwork.
You do got to do the groundwork. It's just like I feel like back in the day, it was all about like finding that one connection, and now you really don't need that one connection. It's cool if you find that connection, and you know there is connections that have helped me along my pathway of musical endeavors and stuff. But if you want that instant success, there's nothing faster than posting 3 times a day and grabbing like 1,000 people every single day, like their attention for your music. So.
Yeah. It's a hustle, though.
It is.
That's a hustle. And I think for any artist out there, like, you have to understand that posting content is work because you have to create it, you have to edit it, and then you have to figure out the right time to post it. So it's like there is no overnight success that's going to happen, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Kinda. For some folks.
I mean, yeah, overnight success, usually people are labeled as like, oh, like that should happen overnight. Didn't really happen overnight.
It took some time.
That person, can I swear on this?
Yeah.
That motherfucker was putting in like hours and years of work, getting down their craft, meeting connections, finding a team, you know, videographers, different events to perform at and stuff. You know, it takes a village.
And that's the groundwork.
Yes.
That's the groundwork.
Sure.
Now, for you as an artist, a producer, or a songwriter, where did you say, you know what, I'm gonna start throwing my own event? Where did that come into the mix?
So that was not even ever a thing that I thought of. I was like, you know what? I have a bunch of musical, talented homies around me, and I have a house that my roommates don't care at this moment if I throw a function or something. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just throw a party every single last Friday of the month? Like, but only invite creative-minded people, like musicians, photographers, graphic designers, DJs, all the above. And so I was just like, let's see what happens. And so, sure enough, within like 2 years, I mean, it was 1 year. It was 1 year after we had to get a venue space because we had about like 250 people show up at our house, and that was just wild.
I must say that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it
crazy.
was super wild. Police were showing up, and it was never something I was like trying to make full scale. It just happened naturally. So I just wanted to bring people together, and yeah, the people that wanted to come together came, you know. And so I didn't try to force anything. I just used word of mouth, made an Instagram page, maybe like um, early on in the stages of us getting venues and stuff, or maybe because I switched to a new house, and it was a bigger space in this new place that I have. But with the bigger space, I was like, okay, like let's turn it up a couple notches. Let's hit up some more people, and yeah, that just turned into a crowd that a house could not like hold without shit going wrong. So.
And for anybody who doesn't know what Last Friday is, like explain a little bit of that to them.
So basically, you get to it. Right now, we have a roulette open mic kind of system where you come in, and if you put your name on a raffle ticket, and you can put it in the bin, and then throughout the night we pick different raffle tickets, and if we pick your name, you get to come up and perform in front of everybody, and yeah, and it's also as well as being able to share your music with everybody and perform in front of a crowd because I mean personally I don't know how many shows I'm able to get a couple hundred people out at. So it's really nice to be able to give that sort of attention to an artist because they deserve it. Like these people have been working really hard on their craft, and so we want to showcase that. But
I was gonna ask you, does it feel rewarding to you to be able to give that to the other artists when
it
you know
does.
how important it is?
It does. It feels rewarding to me. The whole concept behind Last Friday was just for connecting people, and so I remember when I was younger and I did not know what direction to go in. I didn't know like who to meet, who to talk to, and stuff. Like if I needed this stuff done, but I knew it needed to get done, and I wanted to look like these people that were doing successfully. But just finding that team around you, like I said, all the creatives above, videographers, other artists to collab with. Maybe somebody has a management that you could link up with, and like they fuck with your shit too, as well as their shit. Maybe there's somebody that has a similar vibe with you. You never know. You never know. So yeah, but if obviously if you like don't come out and come try to network in different events amongst the community and stuff, then you're hindering yourself like a bit, because I will say it's definitely a balance between the online presence and going out and networking and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Damn, that's really interesting, man. You just said something that I like. You said a word. You said team.
Yes.
How important is team to you? We all know how important it is, but I don't think people really put the emphasis on what a team is and what it looks like and how important it is. So, how important is it for you to have a team?
I mean, it's not necessary, but it starts becoming important. But if you start blaming, I don't have a team, I can't do X, Y, and Z, like fuck that. Like you have a camera, like most of us have iPhones that can shoot pretty good quality, like a homie that can record us, like sit down, like figure out a vision, get a visual out. Like I think we're past the age of just dropping cover art or like the art of the song. Like we need a visual. You need something visual to
Oh,
go
for
along
sure.
with the music and stuff. They go hand in hand and stuff. That's why music videos are a thing. So if you can make even a little mini music video, so team is important and necessary because when you are building, it's amazing to have those people that like ride for merch or they can help out a little bit here and there. But in the grand scheme of things, you don't wait on anybody. Don't wait on anybody.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Nice. Can you guys make some noise for Blake one time? Yes. I appreciate you, man. Hell yeah. So listen, we're going to take a quick intermission. Make sure y'all hit the bar up. They got some fire-ass drinks back there. And then we're going to come back with the next panelist, and we're going to keep this shit rocking. Yes. Now, before we do that, though, I do want to say something. Our community, we just lost someone who is very, near and dear to a lot of people. She's very special in the city. And unfortunately, she was taken away way too early by domestic violence. So I just want to say that, on behalf of myself and Downonfifth and Juicebox, if you need help with anything, or if you have an issue that you're going through, or you know somebody that has an issue and they don't know how to speak up or who to speak to, please come to any of us, and we'll definitely try our best to help you out. Yo, you guys ready for the next panelist? I think y'all need to make some more noise than that, because this next person, he's in the building right now and he has a lot of energy. So are y'all ready for PLAYSOME JAYY? All right, so without further ado, PLAYSOME JAYY, where you at, brother? Is Jay in the building? Yeah. I know how to do it too. One more time, can y'all make some noise for Jay? Where do we begin, man? Okay, go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Growing up, I grew up here for maybe 10 to 15 years, and it was so hard to be really experimenting about being fashion forward and being into clothes at a very young age. This wasn't really very popular around the time, you know what I mean? So just going through that and just kind of persevering, you know what I mean, and staying on the path and kind of just not rushing anything. And I think you can understand that, you know what I mean. I've done a lot of different things, but
Oh yeah.
and so, but I've never rushed a thing. You know what I'm saying? So now it's starting to make sense, and it's never too late, you guys, to start something new, and it makes sense, because once it makes sense, you know what I mean. It really makes sense to everybody. It's really effortless. You know what I'm saying? You'll start to see how beautiful it is naturally without something being forced. And that's kind of what this brand I just started with, because I've always been into clothes, and I've always, you know what I mean, been around people who have done it and seen how they've done it. So I kind of just absorb a lot from everything. You know what I mean? And so finally, now that it's working for me, you know what I mean, I'm so grateful that the path I took, and all the stuff that happened to me, you know what I mean, and waited, and like I said, now that I feel like it's finally genuine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's effortless now, so it's just never too late, guys. So if you think oh, I can't start something, oh man, well, this person's doing this and that person's doing that, well, definitely get to work. You know what I'm saying? Don't not create or design anything, but you know what I mean. It's okay. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? Don't rush it, because once you put yourself out there, it's out there. You know what I mean? And so first impressions are huge. You know what I mean? So I'm a big person on that. So if that means anything to anybody too. But yeah, like I said, this is my main thing I want to say. It's not too late, guys. It's not too late.
Nice. Make some noise for that one time. Now, Jay, you talk about being into fashion early, and I want to tell a story because a few years back, when I wasn't even on the scene, and I think I told you this, but I'm on Instagram and I'm looking at stuff and I'm seeing all the people who are, making waves and making strides and doing things. And I saw a picture of you at, I think, Fruition. And it was a fire ass picture. And this was before you can just save shit on Instagram. So I had to screenshot it. So I screenshot this picture of you because I was like, damn, this motherfucker is fresh. Like, who is he? And I heard about you. And I was like, okay, one day I'll meet him. And then, through the course of time, we met and I get to see you all the time and you doing your thing. And fast forward, you now have your own clothing brand. So my first impression of you was you in fashion and clothes and apparel. And now you have your own brand. And I just think that's so awesome, man, because like you said, you took your time, you waited, and then you attacked. So how important is it for you to like take that time and to really understand what you wanted to do? Yeah, shout out to the ranch, man. It was fire. It was fire. Yeah, shit was crazy. Yeah. And I remember you said that to me before. How is it for you now? Because you might go somewhere, you do a pop up, and people know you for the hats or for the shirts or for the hoodies. But do you ever have a part of you that says like, "Yo, I still do music, y'all"?
For sure. But I honestly keep them as like separate things, and I still love them both the same. It's something I both love doing since I was young, so they're both gonna continue. And if anything, they kind of go hand in hand because my name is PLAYSOME JAYY and it's Play Some, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And I'm really not. I can't be jealous of myself. You know what I mean. So it's like,
Yeah, you gonna hate on you?
Yeah, nah, I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
And the brand is doing extremely well.
yeah, like I said, and I'm not stopping it. I'm not putting salt on it or nothing. Like wherever it wants to go, it can go. So
Yeah. Where do you want it to go?
I mean, shit, I'd love to be on TV again. That was dope. You know what I mean? Actually, I do have a list, but just to highlight a few. But
Okay, give us two things off the list.
okay, yeah, I was like, Drake for sure.
Okay.
That's just a personal one. That means probably like it doesn't have to mean anything to anyone. That's just a personal one. And then the other one I wanted was what's another one on there I had? Oh, it was LeBron. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, this is LeBron because I'm a big Laker fan. So I'm a big sports fan too. So like a lot of athletes wear it. So
And I'm gonna say, talk about
yeah.
some of the athletes who've been, seen in your stuff and at the finals and in the playoffs and whatnot. So like, talk about that.
Well, it started with Gary Payton, and he wore it like right when they're going like the finals. You know what I mean? So like that was like the whole like the stretch of that when he was getting highlighted and stuff like that. So it was just time and place. You know what I mean? And then fast forward, he has it on the sideline with like Stephen Curry like shooting like right behind him. You know what I mean?
Baseball players.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh yeah, Bryson Stott.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a cease and desist from the MLB. Like they hit me up, telling me I can't make the hats anymore. But
Yeah. Now talk about that
we didn't
because
listen to them. We still make it. It was cool.
I was gonna say, y'all know he didn't listen, right?
Yeah. It makes them that much cooler, I feel like. Now you got to know me to get them, you know what I mean? I like some online too, but like now you got to like hit me up and you got to know me to do it. So I think that kind of gives it like a, I don't know, like.
Yeah. And if anything, the MLB gonna have to just come find you.
You know what I mean? Come catch me if you can.
Yeah.
Catch me if you can. Like, you know what I mean? On some Leonardo DiCaprio shit. Like,
Dang. But how does it feel for you though? Like that everything is coming full circle and it's working out for you the way that it's supposed to?
honestly, I don't even want to say it's like it's how it's supposed to be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's how I worked really hard for this shit too. You know what I mean? Like a lot of like trials and tribulations, and you know what I mean. Scared to put yourself out there too. And I'm like, even to this day, it's very hard for anyone to put themselves out there. You know what I mean? So I want more too. You know what I mean? So I'm not like ever satisfied. You know what I mean? Like, this is awesome, by the way. Thank you guys for having me. Like, this is, you know what I mean? This is dope. Thank you. To listen to me talk about clothes and stuff. Thank you. Like, this is super awesome. But But man, like I said, it's and also I have a friend here, Austin, right here in the back, right here. His my graphic designer and also my right hand man. He also helps me with pretty much everything. I draw crazy little drawings, and then he makes them come to life. And if you could see these drawings, you guys, they're not good. So shout out to Austin one time. I just wanted to put out there.
Yeah. Now the music, man. The last big release was 2021, Love of a Sinner.
Yes.
Which performed amazing.
Yeah.
And then you got back into doing shows and you did a bunch of crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. And now you've been dropping a lot of singles.
Yeah.
And it seems like you're getting that passion back for the music. Not to say you lost it, but it seems like something has like lit a flame in you and you back.
Like, honestly, you know what the clothes taught me? To stay consistent, dude. Like, it's hard to beat something that's consistent. It's a tough-ass opponent. Like, if you ask me, someone who's just on top of it all the time, you know what I mean? Just doesn't miss a week, you know what I mean? You just can't miss it, you know what I mean? So that's what I try to pride myself to be in, you know what I mean? And I'm really in competition. I don't really, like, there's a lot of brands that are dope in Las Vegas. I'm not here to say, like, I'm better than anybody. Because I even wear different brands all the time, so... you know what I mean?
We see them hats everywhere, though. Let's keep it real.
I appreciate that. I just went to the club and saw like 5 of them. That was cool. So, man, like I said, you said falling in love with it again, like just falling in life with life again. Like I said earlier, being happy with me first before I can't like give out good product or give it like good energy into my clothes if I don't, you know what I mean? If it don't start with me, you know what I mean? So if I'm not doing well and stuff like that, I'm just, you know what I mean? I can tell like I'm a big energy person, so. I just had to get myself right again, you know what I mean? I'm even doing yoga and shit, you know what I mean? Hot yoga, Pilates and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Summerlin and shit, you know what I'm talking about? Like, so, you know what I mean? Hey, actually right there, who said True Fusion right there? Yeah, heard me? But you know what I mean? Like I said, just trying different shit, and that's all I can just, as I get older, stuff I just never tried before, I'm like, you know, fuck it. Let's go, like, you know what I mean? Let's do it. Like, I jumped out of a plane like a year ago. Like, no, and honestly, I never thought I would, but what the fuck? That shit was crazy.
Bro, you live a life.
No, but I mean, I'm trying to get the most out of life, and there's a lot of life. Like you said, traveling. We had that conversation about traveling. Like, you know what I mean? I have my passport on me, like, right now. You know
I get mine tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, just getting different experiences from different parts of the world and, you know what I mean, and life. Because there's so much life has to offer, and I'm going to experience all of that for sure.
I feel like. One last question, Jay. What's inspiring you right now? Like, what inspires Jay to keep going?
Honestly, well, I love, in Vegas, I love being taken care of when we go to the club and stuff like that, and like dinners and restaurants. I'll definitely say that.
On some rock star shit?
Yeah, definitely first and foremost. That's the first and foremost. 2, I actually love this shit. You know what I mean? Before, when I started this shit out, I was just giving clothes out like with the name on it. I wasn't looking ready for that's another thing. You can't just turn a profit. That's something I didn't do right away, was turn a profit. Like, I was just telling him, like, like I said, I'll tell you guys, because very transparent. I did, like, it was on a lot of athletes and stuff like that, but on my taxes and stuff, it's like that. It says that it was a loss. But for us, the brand, it did not feel like that at all, just because of all the momentum and all the communications we had now and all the people we were able to reach and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, and majority of businesses go through that too, but like I said, we had something that they didn't have. It was connections with these people. We had direct contact with athletes now, and we had MLB looking at us, you know what I mean? That's stuff people pay for. And so, and we did that organically too, and even to this day, he'll even tell you, we spent $0 on ads, and I'll say it again, $0 on advertisement. So that's also
big. Y'all know how much them Google ads and Facebook ads cost, so y'all know that's real.
Yeah, no, $0 on that. And like I said, that's just all off connection and building genuine connections with these people. And like I said, if they shop with me too, a lot of these athletes will buy some stuff from me too, like, you know what I mean? And like they don't have it, you know what I mean? So like, I will give stuff out and I will take care of people too, like just to show love too, but you know what I mean? Like I said, that's another big thing. It's all about connection, just being genuine with these people too.
Can y'all make some noise for Play Some Jay one time?
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. It's the first time I've ever done something like this. This is awesome.
After he hops off the stage, listen, y'all can hit him up for hats, T-shirts, hoodies. If he got your size. Get to know somebody if you don't know them. Walk around, enjoy yourselves. We are here, courtesy of Worldwide.knxn, Downonfifth, and Juicebox Collective. So, yeah, I'll see y'all in a minute.
You need some help? You good?
I think so.
I'm fucking with you.
Can we get everybody to the front of the stage, please? Everybody to the front of the stage. Once again, I am your host, SIRIL BEIL. Shout out to Worldwide.knxn, Juicebox Collective, and Downonfifth. The next panelist we have up is a filmmaker, videographer, turned musician. So without further ado, please make some noise for Foster the Vision. Yeah. What's going on, man?
What's going on? What's going on? How you doing?
Sorry we had you waiting, but you know, best for last.
I'm just here chilling.
Yes.
It's a dope vibe. Bright lights, dope vibe though.
Very bright lights.
It looked like y'all had a hacking system over there back there.
So, man, what's up, man? Filmmaker, videographer, turned musician. Like, where do we start?
Wherever you want to start.
What made you pick the camera up?
The thing that made me pick the camera up, I was able to tell a story by using a picture. I was able to retell a story and control the emotion in it. I don't know, it was just something in me, man.
Yeah. And what age was that?
I made my first film when I was 9.
Wow.
My mom, she did a lot of TV shows, local TV show networks with the younger kids. My sister did a lot of screenwriting. Of course, we're living in Philly, New York area. We're kind of back and forth with all the casting calls and all that, so I'm kind of adapted to it.
Yeah, so it was kind of already embedded in you.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Dang, do you remember the first camera you had?
I remember getting bought in a VHS camera for sure.
Yeah.
But when I shot my first film, we used a Canon GO1, no, a GO2. So Canon was big back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Canon was super big back then.
Inexpensive.
Yeah, they had like these little tiny DV tapes. They were like maybe 2" by 1.
Dang.
And those were like our SD cards now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what was that film about? That first film?
That was a film called Tough Life. It was a short film, and practically I was just showcasing what I had seen growing up for the most part. Man, that's like a whole story that goes into that. I wound up getting detention because I didn't want to show the teacher the script that I wrote because I was scared she was going to throw it away. I took detention and we just had a recess just to keep my work. I awarded a medal and a couple other trophies from the mayor of Delaware at the time. My mom did like this really cool movie premiere at the library. Wow. And the mayor had came out, and I don't know, that kind of kicked it off for me. I don't know if that was something that I wanted to do at the time, but I don't know, I kept going.
Yeah. How was that support from your mom at such an early age? Like, did that fuel you to go harder, and did that give you confidence?
I would say so.
Yeah.
That was most of my family though. We didn't have much, but we always definitely pushed each other. I'm the baby of 5, so you you got somebody in that family that's gonna,
right. Yeah, because most people, when they do music or arts of any sort, the family are the last to support them. You know what I'm saying? So you speak of your mom a lot, and I know that meant probably the world to you to have that type of support and have her backing, especially with her being in that field already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you come out to the West Coast.
West.
You're doing music videos, you're doing films. What gets you into music videos?
I mean, I feel as though I spent my time during my short films. Tons of accomplishments, I love it. But as I gotten older, it was like, all right, I gotta see if I'm good, And for me, it was like, I was always like that young kid that was like, oh yeah, you can win a film festival. Boom, boom. And I won film festivals. I don't know, maybe my stuff was good, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I know where I'm at today, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel as though coming into a city and just like saying, man, this is what I want to do, and I have to feed my family doing this too. I'm gonna try to get better each day,
Okay. And you talk about feeding your family. That's one thing that a lot of creatives, we come into contact with fees and rates and things like that. So as a filmmaker, you do a film, you get a cast, it's an ensemble piece. But now with music videos, you got to charge. Mm-hmm. So how did you go from, that to giving out a price sheet and figuring out what you want to charge and what your rates are?
I mean, that's all a learning process. I mean, I have a mentor that's back in LA. I call him my personal Samuel L. Jackson because he's always like, motherfucker, you. Yeah, you know, so like, I mean, he's an OG. You know, we sit down, drink coffee, and talk film shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A good role model in my life. So man, like, he would always get on me. Hey, I seen this video you put up. What you charge him? I'm like, I charge him this. He's like, man, you should be getting charged this much. Like, it was just, I don't know, it's people around me that kind of, when you position yourself in a certain way, you know what I mean? You start to position yourself with certain people that want to see you hit too. So, but it was always a fear-based thing trying to base my prices. Because sometimes it was a video that I really absolutely wanted to do. And then there was times where it was like, man, that budget is just not realistic.
Yeah.
But you know, I think at the end of the day, it goes with each project. But you want to know your worth at the same time.
Was it tough when you gave out that first price and someone said, I don't know if I can do that?
It's always a scary thought.
Yeah.
It's always a scary thought. It's like playing chicken, bro. Everybody wants a deal.
Yeah.
But how much work are you willing to put in for that deal?
And how was it when you got that first person who said, oh yeah, that's no problem?
I made sure I did right by it.
Yeah. That shit felt good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because most people, most creatives, we know our worth, but it's a fear of putting it out there.
Of course.
And we have to overcome that. So I think that's something that's really interesting, especially with videographers, because a lot of people want free shit from y'all. But like you said, you got a family to feed, so you have to get to a place where there's a number associated with the amount of work you're gonna put in.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yo, this is what I charge for this specific product. Okay, you only have this? Well, we can do this though. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to be willing to work with people, especially if you have a passion for a certain project. Because in the service industry in which I am, it's like you never really get to sit and show your own story like I did when I was younger doing all those films. Now it's more of a service thing. It's a job. Yeah. It's a real thing, So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Okay, I feel that. Now, we spoke earlier off stage. You talked about making the transition from filmmaker to rapper. How did that come about? Because that's not something that most people typically do. If anything, it's the other way around.
Right. No, I think that log line is so funny though. Filmmaker turned rapper.
Filmmaker turned rapper.
I'm still a filmmaker at heart. I still shoot. I'm just very specific on what I shoot now.
Yeah.
But now I get an opportunity to still tell the story and somehow monetize on it.
And have you always been into music? You always did music, or was it something that was new?
Nah, I've done music probably as long as I've done film.
So it was just a matter of time of getting there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, having the confidence to put out a certain piece of art that's so vulnerable, you know what I mean? I feel like music, like as a music songwriter, you're actually revealing yourself to the world in a sense that you're like, man, I'm hoping you fucking with me. You know what I mean?
And you're telling more of your story.
Yeah.
As a filmmaker, sometimes you can tell what's on the page or you can tell someone else's story, but with your music, it's more you.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's me behind the visuals, me behind, you know what I mean, behind the mic. I don't know. I felt it was time though. I grew up, like I said, the baby of 5. My dad was like the Jackson 5, bro. It was crazy.
Was he hard on y'all?
Very hard on us. Yeah. Very hard on us. I grew up in Philly, so it's like
it's tough.
It's a little different than the West Coast out here. Much respect, but it's like
it's very cutthroat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was man. We used to go around the churches and my grandma's churches and everything, called us Foster. Andre and the Voices. And it was just like me and my older brothers and sisters. So it's kind of already started to embedded in me, I guess. Yeah.
So how does your family feel about like the place that you're in now, as far as being, set and being in a successful place of what you want to do? How do they feel and how do they look at you?
Are we talking about in a sense of success as in
your personal
notoriety
success?
Or your,
yeah.
My parents they're always just more concerned about me. You know what I mean? They might occasionally throw some jokes in there, but at the end of the day, they're mainly concerned about me. I can show them everything that I've accomplished, and it's just like, yo, so where you at though? Dang. So nice. I can't be mad at that.
Okay, so 2 more questions. 1, where do you plan on going with the music?
As far as it takes me, it's been very interesting. especially jumping from one industry to the next, but also living in both, you know, in a respectable manner. Like, I want to go as far as it takes me. Like, bro, I didn't start just doing this. I've always been writing. I've always been practicing. I've always been singing. I've always been recording myself, you know. But now it's like,
What's next?
yeah. I think I want to do a little small tour thing.
Okay.
But a lot of people that I've been working with has been they've been a good support, man. It's a whole nother monster. It's a whole nother beast of an industry. Oh my God. But the strides that I've been making, I'm cool with that. And I know they're gonna be bigger and bigger.
And where do you want to take it with filmmaking?
Oh, the same thing. See, here's the thing. I think that the music is going to fund the real films that I want to do. Now I can go back to doing the films that I want to do to tell the story.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It's all about a bag at the end of the day. You just gotta be good at what you're doing when you're doing it.
That's true. Very true. Can you guys make some noise for Foster Division, please? I appreciate you, man, a lot. I like that. I like that. Now I need Jay and I need Blake to come back to the stage with me. Make some noise for Cuddle Thought, cause she be working her ass off. You back. Ben, we need you up here too. I need everybody. You and Jay. Where Jay at?
He's running off. Don't leave us. We need you back.
Anybody seen Jay? All right. So now I wanted to bring you guys both up here so that way if anybody from the audience has any questions, please, this is the time to ask them. So let's open it up. I can't see none of y'all, so.
Bright light.
Any questions for anybody?
Yeah, that's a big question.
What keeps you going?
It's a loaded question, bro. I can say for me, be my children, bro. I don't ever want to be one of the people that be like, yo, baby, you can reach your dreams. And I ain't did shit with mine. I mean, and that's according to how you look at it too. Are you making money within a certain type of business? Are you good? Like, you know what I mean? And you can see some longevity in it? Or are you after like just a certain...
I mean, yeah, I would say happiness, you know, what brings you happiness. And it's like, it's awesome to be able to wake up and work on something creative every single day, you know? It's a blessing. And I feel like when I was small, you know, if I told myself, my younger self, that I was doing this right now, I would be stoked. I'd be like so stoked. So you kind of just have to like take that in. And I feel like we always tend to not really cherish the moments that we're in. So it's like really important to be present. So, yeah.
Nice. Any other questions?
Wait, that was the answer though, right? Okay.
I think so.
Was it right? Was that the right answer?
I mean, because there's multiple things that keep me
Right.
going.
Right.
I feel like y'all being shy right now, so if y'all got questions, just go ahead and ask them. Yes.
Was this for you? It's for both of us. Okay. Yes. Yes. I mean, I feel like if you can be real with yourself and make what you really authentically feel, it's nice, and that usually hits the deepest. But I mean, I feel like for instances, you can like over exaggerate emotions in songs and stuff, but Yeah, I mean, vulnerability is the first step. Being able to accept some terms and stuff that you're writing about, and be okay with that. But then like crafting it into like another form, you know. So yeah, I mean, I feel like you have to be honest with yourself at least, and that's what gravitates other people to listening to your stuff too, because people also feel that.
Yeah, so to tap onto that, because that was some really good fucking points. Man, it's about being relatable at the end of the day and making yourself sound cool if that's a certain situation, you know? It's a fucking performance. Me and my mans, we be freestyling at the crib, and I just tell them all the time, bro, just make your life sound cool, bro. Just make your life sound cool. And it happens. You know what I mean? It's a certain way somebody may say things. So yeah, sometimes you do have to convey that emotion or make it more of extreme. If you're making a sad song and you're writing something, you know, gotta go a little deeper. Perform it a little deeper. Right. Say what you need to say.
Like, okay, so like making something sound cool is like, it's like, oh, I had a good point. I just lost it. I can't believe I just lost it. It. Nope. No.
Nah.
Ah!
It'll come back to you. It'll come back.
I was so ready.
That was a good question, though. That was a good question. Appreciate that.
Off your shit.
Yeah.
Nah.
Where's Mac at? I know Mac has a question. What's up?
Came back.
The importance that you guys put on diversifying that you don't only depend upon your talent. Like, how much do you stress that to yourself? So that, you know what I mean? So that you can actually fund what you have going on. Just in case it's not being funded by what you want.
No, facts. That's how you keep the power, bro. Hands down. And the ownership of things. I don't know. I mean, my parents, like I say again, I didn't really have much growing up. It was 5 of us, lived in some crazy situations. But my parents always did teach me business. As we grew up, you know what I mean? We started to they took me to like little seminar and shit. Cause my mom had like a interior design kind of company before she started doing she made like gowns and all that shit for like proms and all that. She was cold, bro. But she also told me this shit too. So it's like, I don't know, the business cards, all that, like investments are important. Like, especially when it's not somebody else's money. Like, the thing is, like, I would never sit there and say filmmaker turned rapper, if I did not find a solution in there that could fund it for me, to give me some type of wealth and not just jumping in and just saying, I'm gonna be famous tomorrow, you know. So I would stress that a lot. I stress it a lot, you know. I make sure that people know, like, yo, you know what you're getting into? Okay, you got a strategy? You know what I mean?
Okay, so wait, one more time. So the question was like generating revenue or like
The importance that you put on funding your lifestyle or your career, but not coming from where you want. Like,
the importance of it.
what do you guys do? Like a real job? Like, what do you guys do to fund music?
So I do music to fund my music personally. I write top lines for DJs and stuff like that. But and then I produce, mix, master, engineer people and stuff. I got a studio back in my crib, and that's mainly like I've been switching more over into songwriting. But I mean, so importance of not having that fund your career. I feel like it's different for everybody because maybe you need the creative break to go work a 9-to-5 job and you can come back and then be fully creative. Some people can do that. And I feel like for other people, like you're just really good at it and you can make some money in it, so why not do it? Like, you know, it didn't make sense for me to like not quit my job at the time and just go fully into production because I was like, dude, do I want to sit behind a call center for 6-8 hours a day and think about making music, or did I want to work on music 6 to 8 hours a day, whether it be with myself or with somebody else that is trying to make music as well and stuff. And I mean, for me personally, it's like it was a really important step to be full-time music, and that's when it started getting serious for me, you know. So I feel like everybody can kind of like relate differently though, but Exactly, exactly. I feel like multiple, and I feel like you hear this from so many people, but having multiple sources of income coming in. And so, so I do like songwriting, maybe I throw events, maybe I produce, maybe I do an engineering session here and there, maybe I pick up a camera, maybe I like shoot the homies some stuff, maybe, just having multiple sources of ways of making money and stuff. As I just personally can't see myself doing anything else but like creative work. Cause like, I'm always seeing pictures and music and stuff anyways. And so it's like, why not just make that the job or job per se? I feel like I haven't like worked since I've worked at a job. I feel like it's been just me. Like, I don't know, you wake up and make music every day, it's an awesome feeling. But yeah, just reminding yourself that and stuff in the moments and not thinking of it as a job, because I can remind myself right now that it's like amazing. So, yeah.
That was a good question too. Who else got questions? Yeah.
Bro, I can't even see you, but I like to see people, I like to talk to people. Nah, you're good. I'm just saying, that's how I am. I like to see people, I like to talk to people. That's how I am. I'm an old school networker, bro. I get out, I go out, and I get hit the feet. But
Um, Right. Okay, so I feel like it's you have to do both. You have to do you really should stay posting on socials, because say you meet people out, and what are the people out going to do when you meet them? They're gonna follow you on your socials. And then so how do these people out know that you're like grinding and getting it and stuff? It's like you got to post on your reels and stuff, and I think all the platforms. Yeah, exactly. And then they see you, they're like, oh, okay, this person is the real deal. They're like doing the thing with the promotion, and they're posting the videos and on the TikTok and on YouTube Reels and Facebook. Actually, they're like super pushing Facebook, because they're all trying to do like short form or long form or a different type of form. I'm taking a pic. Hey, run it. Yeah, it's you have to do the groundwork on both, and so it's so hard to balance everything, and I get that, but you just like they go hand in hand almost. So I they're so even. They're so even. They really are, because if I have grabbed any of your guys' Instagram after today, you guys will now know me from what I post on my social media. If I'm not hitting you up like directly, that's what I am to you. And so it's okay, because we're only like a human here with so many other humans in the entire world. So it's hard to like keep tabs on everybody. But essentially, at the end of the day, like we'll maybe meet up and like in the future, and you'll see me, and you'll have known what happened in my life from me posting. That's it. So like I'll probably see you and you'll be like, oh, that was a dope thing you posted. I mean, unless you're keeping tabs and hitting somebody up every single day, I feel like everybody's on the app, everybody's trying to keep connected anyways, so you gotta do both, Yeah. And then
Good answers, yeah.
To finish, I keep rambling, I'm going on. But to finish, there was a question, and you brought up like making music like cool, or making it, you gotta make it that vibe. And so I feel like we all kind of lie to ourselves when we create, and we try to talk ourselves into thinking that something's good enough just so it's good enough. You're like, nah, like I don't care what the people are saying. It's like good enough, but it's like you are your own worst critic. So if you listen back to your song or you see your video back, you see some creation that you make and you are hard on it and you're like, nah, I don't like that. It's probably not good. It really, like, I mean, or it's decent and it could definitely get better. So until you are at a point, I feel like creating a cool song or like a cool visual or something that like you could perceive as artistically valuable to the eye. But I feel like, dang, I was on a point there. I was cracking up.
He'll remember it after the next question.
I will remember that. I will remember that. But yeah, let's keep running this.
Yes. What's up? What's next? What y'all got? Okay.
How do you guys deal with like bad? You guys work with like artists. Like, how do you deal with like, are you continuing to work with them? Like, what are you doing about it?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Juicy.
Take care of business.
I need some water. Can I get some of this?
Yeah, you can waterfall it, bro. Honestly, man, you gotta, man, I currently just went through that. My wife knows. I was stressing out for a little bit because I kind of got signed to like this little independent label. And bad PR. You take care of business, man. You get your people on the phone, you get their people on the phone, and you handle business. Somebody that knows more than you do. You know what I mean? And you take care of it like a professional would.
Bless you.
Until it needs to be otherwise, but we keep it professional.
So like PR, like we're talking about the haters. Are we talking about the haters like out there, like good PR, bad PR, or like how do you take care of that?
I don't think it's bad press.
Well, exactly. So being canceled, well, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, I feel it. I love that. I love that because see, you can come at it from that angle as well. It's like there is no such thing as bad press or being canceled because everybody knows about you being canceled, which is like giving you more glory and fame and notoriety and stuff. So, but how you deal with it, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So if you were to get that, I mean, I feel like you have to roll with the punches, and people are gonna hate and try to cancel you and make you look like the bad guy all the time. I feel like those people are just gonna constantly, haters. You're gonna have them all your life. Like everybody in this room has a hater right now, someone that probably doesn't like them, and it's awful, like because sometimes you can like talk yourself into thinking that you're like worth being hated and stuff, and that's just not the right approach. I feel like you kind of just have to own it, and you know where you stand on things, and most of the hate comes from people that don't even know you. So, you know, you just have to kind of keep rolling with the punches and yeah, just brush the hate off. You just got to brush the hate off.
Like last Friday, they headliner for the night just got canceled.
Right.
How are you handling that?
So, our big headliner just got canceled.
Just booked the big.
We did. No, it's this is the truth. So we had someone from LA coming out to headline last Friday. Are you joking? Did you know this? That's so funny. That's so funny. No, that's so on point though. So on point though. I mean, what the hate that comes from that?
Like, do you still let them perform, or do you,
I feel like
shut it down?
personally for my event, it doesn't affect people because it gives people more time to perform. And most of the people there are trying to perform themselves anyways and get in front of the crowd and like, you know, play their music and stuff. So, but yeah, like there would be no hate that comes with that. Yeah, but hate does come within situations of throwing events and stuff. And you know, you're just gonna have to realize that people are fucking out there waiting for you to like do something so minuscule that they can hop on and just be like, like Nah, like like they were bad. I called it like.
I feel like what Cuddles is saying is like, let's say you have somebody and then you get word last minute like, yo, this person is a foul nigga. And then do you still allow them to go up? Like, hey, they did X, Y, and Z. We have proof. Do you still give them a slot or do you put them to the side and say, hey, we got to take you off the lineup?
I love that question because I was trying to circle in my mind around that. I've been getting off track. But so the real answer, like how to deal with hate, is with love. Swear to God. Swear to God.
What if they did some foul shit though?
I literally like it would take so much. It would take so much, but at the end of the day, I want to say that I could forgive anybody, and you know, I don't like try to make people out to be like everybody has their vices and everybody's making mistakes and they're trying to figure out their way through this life. So if you did something that upset them, it's like maybe in your mind it's not valid for them to hate you, but maybe in their mind it is valid. So it's okay. And if they're down to come back around and like fuck with you still, that's okay too. I wouldn't expel too much energy like trying to mend it. Maybe a little bit, you know, it's cool to put a little bit of energy into mending that hate. But for the most part, like people are, you just gotta accept it. I think you just gotta accept it.
What if they fucked your baby mama?
Okay, see, now hold on. I said some things. I said it would take a lot. I would take a story of what a lot is, but I think you guys know what a lot is. But it's usually all this local. It's this local petty shit. It's this local petty shit, and that's why I love. Okay, but getting off of the baby, probably yes, I would be upset about that. But it's most of the hate comes from the local petty shit. It's like. It comes from like us not just unifying and coming to everybody's event, thinking that we're better than each other. It's like, yo, we're all coming up. We're all trying to have like this grand vision of what we want to be. Like, why not work together instead of just like fighting each other over who we think is better or who we think is cooler? Or that's so backwards to me. So that's why I love this shit. And that's why I'm here.
Even if they fucked your baby mom.
Hey, no, okay. I said away from that. I said away from that. Like, cool, I gotta like see who I'm picking out here.
Blake said April 28th, last Friday. That's how you feel, huh?
Hey, last Friday, free shots, 10 o'clock. First round on me at 10 o'clock. I got you guys, so come through. We vibing, and I won't get this deep again. I swear.
Y'all got any other questions?
Yes. Chatterbox.
Say on that last question, my personal opinion is based on how you react. Nobody's gonna really remember the situation.
Right.
You're only gonna remember what you did after.
With the baby mama.
No.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely gotta flip it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Too many people on this planet.
Facts.
Everything will stop.
Right. 100%.
Y'all got any more wild ass questions?
Come on.
No? No. Okay.
Who's got questions? You got questions?
You got
I
another
see
one?
you guys. I see you guys out here. These
Love.
lights aren't blinding me anymore. I'm standing up.
Love.
We out here. I'm looking into your souls right now. Yes. Are you just?
I got it. How do you know when to stop? Like on a project, like whether it be a pose or a video, like how do you know when to stop? Like you perfected it, or you've done so much to edit it that it's time for you to
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hop on this.
Sometimes I feel like you just know some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've been sitting at the computer looking at the edit and trying to revise it or trying to perfect a drum on a song or do something, sometimes you'll just know. You listen to it and you like, yo, this shit is finished. Like there's nothing more that I can do. Or there is more that I can do, but it's gonna change the whole process and I'm gonna start all over. But most of the time, you know. Like I feel like you just know there's a feeling inside of you where you feel like it's complete. Or it's complete enough.
I go until I'm satisfied. And sometimes that means letting that edit sit for a few days, coming back to it, working on something else. When it comes to music, the only thing that I have ever done and messed it up was my mixing. I didn't know you had to take out the low end and the high end. I was learning, man. I'm still on my presets right now.
I got you.
But the I don't know. I think like he said, you just know. Like I become satisfied if I'm looking at an edit or listening to a song and I'm like, okay, nothing threw me off. Everything flowed. Everything was sonically. Was that what I was trying to achieve? Close. Maybe I can do better next time. Maybe. Okay, I'm good. I'm sorry, but I hate when people just gnaw at a project. Like, sometimes it just be so perfect. And they're like, it's okay to be fucking imperfect, bro. Like, just put your art out there. If it's done, it's done. See what other people think. I got tons of songs that people are just like, yo, this shit bang, bro. And I'm like, what?
Right.
And then I say, all right, cool. Let me take it to my man to go mix and master right quick. And then I let him do his magic, and then boom. Same thing with the film, bro. You know, it's go until you're satisfied.
I feel like, dang, that's such a hard question because I have about like 300 songs in my secret SoundCloud playlist that are like original and my own, and I've released like 4 or 5 or something. Like, so it's like, when is it done? It's hard to get it to that next level because you are your own worst critic, so you're gonna sit there and you're gonna want to make it perfect. But I would say if you have somebody that has a trusted vision that you like that they're not gonna just be like a yes man, and they're gonna be like, oh, so dope. And then somebody also, on the other hand, you have those friends that are like, well, like, it like needs this. Like, they're like snobby about it, and you're like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, there's like a middle ground, a person that you could ask and be like, yo, just give me your honest opinion. Or even ask everybody's opinion, and then take little tidbits of what everybody's saying. And it will humble you to do that, because you want to think that your thoughts and your creative thoughts are better than everybody else's. But when you start hearing little criticisms from everybody, you don't have to take them to heart. But if you just write them all down and then go back and maybe try them, maybe just try it. And then if you're like, like it didn't work, or you try it and you're like, oh shit, that was the last thing it needed, it's done. And so, yeah, maybe an outside person would help you. I know Kanye was like putting out new versions of Life of Pablo while it was out. So like the first version of Life of Pablo that came out, it is not the same version that it is right now because he kept updating it on Spotify and stuff. So, I mean, you know, if you're Kanye, it's never finished, you know? It's probably, you never know. It may be different in 10 years. So, exactly. Yeah, so I didn't really answer that, but get somebody to help, maybe.
I like to call it a bounce team. Like, maybe like a core of 4 or 5 people that kind of in different areas of life. Shoot it out to them, see what they say. You know what I mean? With a bounce team.
Nice. Well, listen, Foster the Vision, Blake Wisner, we appreciate you guys, man. Make some noise for them one time. Thank you, Worldwide.knxn. Thank you, Downonfifth. Thank you, Juicebox Collective.
Hey, appreciate
And
it,
I
guys.
appreciate all
Thank
y'all
you.
for coming out tonight and showing up and showing love and participating in everything. And yeah, make some noise for yourselves one more time. And y'all go get some more drinks and we're going to have a good ass night.